Sportsbit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018. Happy New Year out there. It's Sportsbit, recorded live from Las Vegas. Let's get right into it. We got big game breakdowns coming up next, a pair of hoops games for tonight. But let's start with bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books from the weekend. Forget the weekend, just the last couple of days. Forget the last couple of days. Let's just talk New Year's Day bowl games. There was a ton of action, and obviously the results left a bunch of winners and a bunch of losers. Start with the losers. How about the books for both of the playoff games? Georgia, ton of money, -1, closed -2.5. There were minus threes out there for the Bulldogs. Over got bet from 60 to 62.5. Obviously, the wild game finishes 54-48. Georgia gets the win. Georgia gets the cover. Game flies over the total in double overtime. That wasn't a good result for the house. Neither was the late game. The late game was probably worse when it comes to Alabama. Alabama opened pick'em in a lot of spots. Got bet up to -1, 1.5, up to 2, then 2.5, then 3, then 3.5. Crimson Tide win 24-6. Clemson doesn't give much of a fight against the Alabama defense that looked very nasty and very healthy. Books took a beating on the late game, no question. Nothing but Alabama money. All that Alabama money cashed. Bad result for the books. Of course, the books did okay in the early games. Michigan, they took a bunch of money, -7.5 up to -9. For live bettors, this is one of the best opportunities you'll ever find. Michigan up 19-3. They look to be in complete control. As soon as the momentum swung in that ballgame, it swung completely. Michigan bet up to -9. They ended up blowing that 16-point lead and losing by a touchdown. 2 Wolverine turnovers inside their own 20, 2 inside the Gamecocks 20. Made all the difference for that South Carolina comeback. Notre Dame LSU. Ton of over money in that ball game. 50.5 up to 53. Final 21-17. Notre Dame bettors never had a chance with the over in there. Sloppy weather. Game sat 3-0 at halftime. No dice for over bettors in the Irish and the Tiger game. Auburn took a ton of money. They were bet as high as -12. I saw 12.5s out there before some buyback late. Still, the close 10.5. They opened 9.5. Tigers took the money. That soft UCF defense, they held their own against Auburn. 3 takeaways, including a pick 6. UCF, impressive performance. Auburn took the money. Auburn did not get the job done. That was a good result for the house and a bad result for the bettors. Week 17 in the NFL, look, it's a minefield. And when you talk about some of the moves, I mean, what do we have? The Browns, +14, they closed +5. The Cowboys opened +2, they closed -4. The Redskins -3 to -5. The Colts -4 to -5.5. That Lions-Packers over took a ton of money. The Bengals took money, +10 down to +8. No Macklin, no Perriman for the Ravens. The Falcons -3 to -5 against Carolina. And, of course, the 49ers, the biggest move of them all, +3 to -3. Then -3 to -6.5. They won that game 34-13 against the Rams. It was a bevy of line moves. That's what you see in Week 17 because the buyback isn't there for a lot of these teams. That's why the line moves start and they never finish. But certainly a ton of, and there's one game worth talking about where there's no way you look at the opener, you look at the closer, say no big deal. Jags Titans. All right, that game opened with Tennessee -3, closed Tennessee -2.5. It was available as high as Jaguars -6 or Titans -1 during the week. So the opening and closing numbers don't always tell the story of Week 17. 15-10 final there. If you bet it well, you're going to cash either side in that ball game. Couple of tweets to talk about, certainly. I love this one from Zach Barnett. That was about as ugliest game as you'll ever see between the Cowboys and the Eagles. Barnett quotes, "The Cowboys are supposed to be a team that imposes its will through a dominant OL and an elite RB. Yet Jason Garrett punted on 4th and 1 from Eagles territory in a meaningless game. Yes, he did. And yes, Jason Garrett kept his job. For the Eagles, there are concerns here, man. There are some real concerns here. Nick Foles, 49 attempts in the final 5 quarters, close out the regular season. Here's a tweet from Chris Wessling. 46.9% completion rate, 48.2 passer rating, 4.1 yards per pass attempt. Philadelphia has a realistic chance to be a home dog in round 2. This is a team we were talking about 2 weeks ago as being favorites throughout. Really could be a home dog after Nick Foles' shoddy effort. The market's not going to be excited about Foles when it comes to the second round of the postseason. How about the Cleveland Browns and the way when they went out against the Steelers? Unbelievable. Making plays all over the field, and then Corey Coleman drops the 4th down pass. Steelers, here's one from NFL Research, stacked DeShone Kizer 6 times. In Pittsburgh, 56 this season. That's a new franchise record for Pittsburgh. Boy, I bet the Steelers would love to have the 4th quarter of their game against the Patriots back again. Instead of traveling to Foxborough, they would be at home. Wasn't, of course, the case. That's what we remember. And a couple more to think about. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers, a bad beat story for the ages. Really, if you had San Francisco under their season win total this year, and this team sitting at 1-10, and then Jimmy Garoppolo comes in and they win and cover each of their last 5. For the ages, a bad beat story there. Of course, 49ers backers cash 5 straight tickets, close out the season. Watch out for that team. They're going to be white hot in the betting markets this offseason. And Carolina and Atlanta, Panthers weren't pretty at all in that ballgame. The Falcons did everything they could to keep Carolina alive. Cam Newton wasn't sharp. The passing game didn't work. Atlanta punches their ticket to the postseason. And one brief rant for a Tuesday, talking about Black Monday and all the coaches that got fired. Let me be real, all right? I would take Chuck Pagano to coach my team. I would take Bruce Arians to coach my team. I probably wouldn't hire John Fox, but I'd take him. There's worse coaches out there. Certainly Jim Caldwell. Caldwell went 36-28 for a franchise that had 1 winning season in the previous 12 before he got there. Lions cashed over bets this year on their season win total. Jim Caldwell is one coach that did not deserve to get fired. And I know Arians walked away. Whatever. Pagano, Caldwell, 2 firings that, in my mind, unwarranted. Fox was warranted, but he's a decent coach. Of course, when we talk about Jack Del Rio, Ben McAdoo, the other coaches who are gone, no, you're not going to see me hiring either of those guys. Del Rio has enjoyed his last, and McAdoo perhaps as well, their last head coaching gigs in the NFL. And of course, Marvin Lewis, the one job that's still a question mark. He hasn't been fired yet. Apparently, he may not resign. Frankly, when you think about where Cincinnati was before Marvin Lewis got there, no one would be shocked if the franchise returned to the pre-Marvin Lewis era in the post-Marvin Lewis era if he doesn't stick around for another year in Cincinnati. Big game breakdowns coming up next. Yeah, we've got college hoops on ESPN. Of course, the Spurs, Knicks in NBA action right here on Sportsbook. Betting Insight today from SBRpicks.com.
Hello, SBR YouTube followers. I am JoJo, and before you go, I want to let you know about our new college football contest. As we all know, bowl season is right around the corner. And to add to that excitement, we are announcing our 15K College Bowl Handicapping Showdown. We are going to be awarding amazing prizes, and members from all over the world can join in on the fun. Join our forum, follow us on social media, and remember to share and like this video. I've been your host, Jojo, and until next time, thanks for watching.